Since the beginning of time, there was a process that was created by the ancestors of EA Sports themselves, and the process goes like this. Step 1, you purchase the game, full of life, ready to take on the world. Step 2, try to keep up without spending your hard-earned money, but ultimately, we all know that really doesn't get you far. And step 3 is worry that you and your squad are being left behind the curve. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we as a community to this day still know as pay to win. But fear not, my children, because Messiah Manners is here to teach you everything you need to know about starting in FIFA 23. Now, before we get into the money-making side of things, it's important to understand how to make the best possible squad for you. And with there being a few major changes to FIFA this year, let me take it upon myself to show you the ropes, if you will. The ropes. Starting with the new chemistry system and how it all works. Because it looks a bit weird, I know. So the new chemistry system. You'll notice that instead of the different coloured chemistry lines, we now have a 3-tier system. 3 chem this year is the same as 10 chem last year, or 4 chem. 2 chem is the same as 6 chem, and 1 chem is the same as 5 chem. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. And your player's stats will also double every time you upgrade your chem. So, 1 chem equals an extra 17 stats, 2 chem equals an extra 34 stats, and 3 chem will give you an extra 68 stats. But oh my god, Manners, what about when it comes to building a squad with the new chemistry system? Ah, well, I'm glad you asked. Grab some popcorn and let me explain. So here's a basic table that shows how each player can receive chemistry in FIFA 23. So how do you get your first diamond of chemistry? You can get this by one of 3 different ways. Having 2 players from the same club, having 2 players from the same nation, or having 3 players from the same league. And all 3 of these variations equate to 1 chemistry point. Your second diamond comes from building on these foundations. So 4 players from 1 club, 5 players from 1 nation, and 5 players from 1 league all result in another chemistry diamond. And then you guessed it, 7 players from 1 club, 8 players from 1 nation, or 8 players from 1 league will all result in a third and final chemistry diamond, giving your players a full 3 chemistry. So now that we know everything about chemistry, I'm going to put you to the test. Try and work out how much chemistry this team would have. And remember, maximum chemistry is 30 chem this year, not 100. Go! It's 25. It's 25. So now that we've covered the chemistry, let's talk about how to actually start FIFA 23, because that's why you're here, right? So firstly, we've got all the confirmed dates of everything leading up to the new game, but we'll start with the web app. So the FIFA 22 web app goes offline on the 16th of September to begin its maintenance period, and this is where it's going to get ready for the new game. The FIFA 23 web app will officially drop on Wednesday the 21st of September, and notice it also says that this is when you'll be able to start using the transfer market, which is great news because this means that you can get right into making coins on the very first day of its release. And finally, the companion app is being released the following day on the 22nd, which means that you'll be able to trade on the go, on your phone, making deals. When you load up the web app, you'll be met with some welcome backpacks. Now get these opened as soon as you can. Now, let's say that you open up a welcome backpack, and wow, you've just hit one of the best cards in the game. Congratulations, but don't you dare sell that card. One thing to note about the FIFA market is that the trends tend to repeat themselves each year. So as you can see from what happened at the start of FIFA 22, on the first day of the web app, Son sold for 140k, but just a day later he shot up to 310k and maintained that price for quite a long time. This happens with every meta player, in every position too. Pogba went up by about 40k, Varane went up by about 260k, and Mbappe went up by 1 million coins in the first day. The reason why this happens is because at this point the game is only a day old, so no one has had the time to build up their coins enough or been able to put FIFA points on to afford the meta players. So when a Timmy packs a Neymar and wants that instant sale, the market isn't established enough, which means that he has to try and take a fraction of the price, when really, if Timmy were to just wait a day, he could see double the return. So what about the cards that aren't meta? Your goal at the start of the web app is simple. You need to make as many coins as possible, and with the amount of packs that you're going to be opening, I would recommend discarding a fair amount of your pack. Cosmetic things like tifos, balls, badges, kits, they can all be discarded, unless of course you get a well-known team's badge or kit, because they might sell for a little bit. But as a general rule, any players that you get from the top 5 leagues, keep them, as they may be worth a little bit. But random gold players from random nations, you can quick sell them, because they probably won't help you with the early SBCs, they're not going to sell, and every coin counts at this point. Quick bonus tip: if you're one of the lucky people who pack an icon in your welcome backpacks, firstly, well done, I'm so happy for you. Secondly, what you can do, and I know this sounds crazy, but you can discard them for around 60,000 coins, and then you can use that money to do some trading and investing. Then you can bring the icon back from the dead with your quick sell recovery, and you can keep those 60,000 coins. So now you have 60,000 coins plus a tradable icon. What a win! What a lovely day! But speaking of SBCs, I'll go a bit more in depth in a different video, but on the first day, make sure you try and complete as many of the basic and especially the advanced SBCs, as these have some really decent pack rewards for the first few days of the game, and can really help you on your way way to being able to afford a great starter team for the first FUT Champs weekend. So to sum everything up, we've covered the new chemistry system, what to expect with the web app, how to approach your welcome backpacks, and even which cards you should keep and sell. So hopefully now you should feel a bit more confident about how to manage your club at the start of FIFA 23. So thank you for watching this guide on how to start FIFA 23. Be sure to leave a like if you feel like it helped, subscribe if you're new, and make sure to watch me on Twitch. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace!